Hello everybody, welcome to online class. In today's class, we'll discuss regarding the different contents of vouchers, then duties of an auditor in relation to vouching and points to be considered while vouching by the auditor that we'll understand. So first we'll begin the class with the contents of vouchers, that is what information will be included in the voucher that we'll discuss. First one is name, that is supplier's name, address will be mentioned along with the customer's name. Then related to business, that is how voucher is related to the business. You can say the amount to whom it will be payable, or for what purpose the voucher is created or the receipt is created. Okay, those things will be mentioned. Then date, that is the date on which payment will be made. Then serial number, that is they mention the serial number of that voucher. Okay, the voucher book will be printed and every voucher will be given a serial number, so that number should be mentioned. Then signature, the approval signature by the authorized person. Then a revenue stamp, so the approval stamp by that particular company will be given. Then printed format, that is voucher should be in a printed format only, not a handwritten. Okay. Then amount, the amount payable will be mentioned. So these are the contents of the voucher. We'll show you one of the example for these vouchers and the contents. The first will be the name and the address of that particular company. Then voucher number, as I have told you, the serial number. Then date will be mentioned. Then related to business things will be there, that is paying to whom, on account of which person. Then debit account number will be given. Then total rupees in words as well as in amount will be given. Then prepared by, okay, that is signature and revenue stamp will be mentioned. Okay, then see, the voucher is in a printed format. So this is the one of the example for the vouchers, how vouchers will be, how receipts will be. Okay. Next comes is points to be noted while vouching. Just a minute. Yes, okay. What points auditor should consider while vouching? Okay. So let us discuss the main points which must be taken care of while vouching the transactions. First one is accuracy of transactions. That is, while vouching a transaction, auditor must verify the authenticity of transaction, accuracy of amount recorded and proper classification of the accounts. Then authenticity of transactions, that is auditor should see that all the vouchers are numbered serially. If these are not arranged serially, first of all they should be arranged serially, otherwise auditor will be wasting time in locating vouchers. Proper classification of account, vouchers should be done according to the proper classification of the accounts. Then voucher should be properly numbered serially and arrangement of vouchers accordingly. As I have told you, they have to arrange it serial number wise, and vouchers should be kept in a same serial numbers, so that to save the time of the auditor. Then comes is every checked voucher should be tick marked with sign. See, the voucher which has been checked by the auditor should be stamped or tick marked with a special sign, so that it may not be used again for a fictitious transactions. Okay. Then amount of receipt should be same in words and in figure. See, the amount in the receipt, amount in the voucher must be shown in words and the figures as have shown in the receipt. See here, the amount is in words as well as in figures. Okay, so it should be in both figures and the amount. If the two differ, then it should be investigated. If the both in amount in words and the amount in figures differs, then it should be investigated properly. Okay, then comes is amount of receipt should be same in words and figures. Okay, it is done. Period of payment should be there on receipt. there should be means there should be indication of the period. The receipt should indicate the period for which the payment has been made. It will show the payments in advance also. If the date will be mentioned, if any of the payment has taken in advance, that it will indicate. So the proper period, that is the date, should be mentioned. In the example, the date is mentioned. Okay, and proper treatment. Yes, receipt should clearly mention advance payment if it is due. As I have told you, if the date will be mentioned, if there is any advance payment, it will indicate the same. Then to check and investigate the books of account if there are in the name of director, manager, partner or any other employees of the company. That is, there should be a proper treatment for transactions which are in a personal name. Okay, if the voucher is in the personal name of any of the partner, any of the manager, if it is not in the name of the company, see, the voucher will be in the name of the company, like Sri Ram Trading Company, and the address will be mentioned. But if the voucher is in the name of any of the partners, any of the manager, any of the director or any other person, then it should be seen that proper treatment for such transaction has been provided in the books of accounts. Then an auditor should verify that every payment voucher of above rupees 5,000 should bear the revenue stamp. Okay, see, an auditor should see that if any payment has been done above 5,000, then that should bear, or it should have the revenue stamp and the special signature on it. Then to verify the proper certification of voucher should be there by any responsible officer of the company. See, it should be seen that every voucher is certified by the responsible officer of the company. Okay, then a special tick marks for the doubtful vouchers. If any voucher is doubtful, the auditor should proceed cautiously and use special ticks for such vouchers. Okay, then investigation about missing vouchers in file, if any. If there is any missing vouchers, okay, for such missing vouchers, auditor should ask for explanation from the concerned official. If not satisfactory reply is received, then it should be further investigated. Okay, then next one, every alteration in voucher must be authenticated by the concerned officer. As I have told you, every voucher should be authenticated, duly signed and stamped by the concerned officer. Vouching should be completed at once in one sitting for a particular period of time. That is, while vouching, the auditor should not take any help from the client staff. Auditor should examine that all expenses pertain to the business. A receipt obtained from a party should bear the revenue stamp as per the rules. Okay, and auditor should see that proper records has been done. Okay, that is, the auditor should see that proper account is debited and credited and proper classification of account has been done. Okay, then difference entries, all the expenses should be examined by the auditor. Okay, then different entries for capital and revenue items. He should make a different entries for capital items and the revenue items. Then for certain transactions, auditor may refer the resolution passed. Okay, that is, for certain transactions, auditor may refer the resolution passed at the meeting of shareholders or the directors. Sometimes the arrangement made with the party may serve as documentary evidence for the transactions arising out of the agreement. Okay, then cash transactions are not recorded twice. Okay, if there is any cash purchase, should not be recorded twice. Once in a cash purchase and second one is in a credit purchase. Such entries should not be there. When purchases are made on cash basis, auditor should see that such transactions are not recorded twice. Okay, then an auditor should refer the resolution and pass the meeting. As I have told you, he should he should follow, he should make a reference of any of the resolution passed in the meeting. Okay. Then an auditor should verify the accounting entries are done on the basis of capital and revenue item, as I've told you. Okay. So these then should not resort test checking, that is, auditor shall not go for the test checking unless a satisfactory internal control system exists. He should not go for sample auditing unless the satisfactory internal control, unless he is satisfied with the internal control system in the organization. If the auditor has a slight doubt regarding the sample auditing, then he must be checking must be done thoroughly. Okay, then vouching must be completed in one sitting, that is, as fair as possible. Vouching of a book of accounts of a particular period must be completed in one continuous sitting. Then alteration in the vouchers must be supported by the concerned officer's initials. Auditor should use specific ticks for vouching cash payment, receipts and purchase sales. Okay, so these are some of the points auditor should consider while vouching. Okay, last topic of today's class is duties of an auditor in relation to vouching. What is the duty of auditor for vouching activities? See, auditor must use all his abilities and attention in vouching. If the auditor does not give due place to vouching in his audit work and verifies balance sheet and profit and loss, he can be charged with negligence on detection of some errors in future. See, the auditor must give a proper place to vouching in his audit work. It has been made clear earlier that vouching is the backbone of auditing, right? So while vouching, the auditor must pay utmost attention to the above points which we have discussed, that is, the points which should be considered while vouching. Okay, so while vouching, auditor must pay attention to those points. Only then the auditor will be able to know the truth, correctness, completeness and authenticity of the transactions. If he does not give such place to vouching in his audit work and verifies balance sheet and profit and loss without the vouching, without the proper proof, without the proper documentary evidence, then he can be charged with negligence on detection of some errors in the future. Okay, so what is the duty of an auditor? That he should be able to verify the documentary evidence and he should give utmost attention to the points. Okay, so with this we'll close the class today, we'll end the class today. Other things we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.